Why are you not answering my calls? I don't care about you anymore. I bought you a Frappuccino, you know. I'll just drink it by myself.
I'm sorry, Rachel. I was just at a meeting and couldn't get to my phone. What's up? Looks like you've been ringing me. Trouble at work?
No, it's not trouble. I have a favor to ask you, Ashley. I left all the work on your desk. I need them done by the end of the week. Thanks! What? I went to the trouble and bought you a Frappuccino. You don't pick up my calls and it's past my work hours, so I'm going home now. I'll leave the rest for you to take care.
Wait a minute, Rachel. I'm back at my desk now and this is just too much. I see most of the work you were supposed to be handling. I'll have to work overtime again today and over the weekends too to finish this all.
But you like to work overtime, don't you? So you should thank me and do your job.
Huh? Have I ever told you that I like working overtime?
Because you're unlike me, you're a contract employee. The more you work overtime, the more you get paid. So you like overtime, right?
What?
We full-time employees are paid a fixed salary that includes overtime, so it won't make any difference whether we work overtime or not. I know this is perfect for you, who needs some overtime work to be paid. Please work plenty of overtime and get my work done.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry, but I won't help you with any of your work. I'll put everything back on your desk.
Huh? You're not gonna help me finish my work?
Of course not. Up until today, I've been helping you out every now and then. But to leave all of your work to me like that? Why don't you drink your Frappuccino and clean up your own mess by yourself?
I don't get it. Why do you refuse to do what I ask?
In case you don't know, I'm your senior.
You may be my senior who has been with the company for a long time, but you are a contract employee. I'm in a different position than you. That's why you can't go against me. You have to work overtime for me.
Huh?
Besides, I have important things to do today, so I definitely can't work overtime. I have my beauty salon appointments for nails, eyelash extensions, and a facial, and my schedule is jam-packed.
Why don't you just move your schedule around?
That's impossible. I've planned everything specifically to fit on a certain date, all for the wedding party at the end of the month. So there's no way I can change it now. You see, our president's wedding is coming up at the end of the month. A party to which almost everyone in the company is invited. I'm sure a lot of the boss's friends and hot men will be there. That's why I have to be spot on in my preparations.
I think your enthusiasm is wonderful, but there's the job at hand, isn't it? I think the boss would be happier if you put all of your energy and effort into your work.
Nah, that should be taken care of by someone who's not invited to the wedding. Like an old lady who works as a contractor?
Excuse me?
Ashley, I know you're not invited to the wedding party, so you're not busy at all, right? Presumably so, you should listen to me and get your work done.
Well, I don't have much free time either.
There you go again, saying that. I know a middle-aged contractor who is still single has lots of free time. Anyways, I appreciate you taking care of all my work.
Huh?
If you won't do it now, I'll just push it to you on Monday anyway. Just give up and get it all done.
Sis, are you working late again today? Dinner will be ready soon. Yeah, a lot happened and I had to work late again. Can you put my dinner in the fridge, please? I'll eat it when I get home. Okay. But aren't you working too much overtime lately? I know it's not the busiest season, but there just seems to be too much. Your department is not dealing with the big projects or anything, right? Well, there is some socializing. Anyways, Kevin, how's your wedding preparations going? You've been visiting Mom and Dad so often lately. What about your fiancée, Amy? She's on a business trip overseas right now, so I'm doing the wedding preparations for her. The venue is close to Mom and Dad's house anyway, so it's great to have dinner with them on my way home from meetings. I'm glad things are going well. The employees are looking forward to the company-wide wedding party. Dad insisted on making it a big deal, so we made it a party-style affair. But if the employees are looking forward to it, it makes me motivated too. You know Dad likes to splurge. At the party, Mom and I will stay by Dad. We'll make sure he doesn't drink too much and go off the rails. I really appreciate your help. With his character, I'm sure he'll want to make it into his party and be a star. Well, that sort of his energy enabled him to grow the company so big on his own. Well, I gotta get back to my work now. I'll see you later. Okay, I'll see you later. Don't stay up too late.
Hey, Ashley, why is an old contract worker like you here at the wedding party? You're an outsider. Get the hell out of here.
Don't talk to me like that. Don't you have anything to apologize for? You poured wine on my dress, and now you want me to leave?
I'm just showing you where you stand. You deserve to be drenched in wine.
What?
You're just a contract employee, and how can you be so confidently attending the party? How can you be so brazen? You're old enough to at least know your place.
Of course I understand. That's why I'm here.
I knew it. What you just said is an unabashed declaration that you came to fish for a man, am I right? I know you're so desperate to end your lonely single life, but that is so pathetic.
Huh?
Though, I do understand how you feel. I mean, you're already an old lady in your 40s, right? And you can't even get a full-time job. And you're still a contract worker. I'm sure you want to get married to a nice guy as soon as possible. Who cares what others think of you? I know you just want to go out and find a man.
Rachel? I think you're getting something wrong. I didn't come here to scavenge for men.
Then did you come here purely to congratulate the president? Ah, I see. You're trying to brown-nose the boss and get a full-time position, right?
Huh?
I know that's what it is, because contract workers don't get bonus pay. You're in your 40s, and I bet you don't want to continue to live like that.
No, that's not true at all.
I'm sorry I ruined your chance to show off your skills, but I don't think a full-time job suits you. I think a miserable, pathetic contract job is more like you. You should just be my personal handy person, doing all the unimportant chores.
What?
So, it was a mistake, but it's a good thing I poured wine on you. Now go home, you old hag. This is no place for people like you.
You really want me to go home?
Get the hell out of here. The party won't be a success with a bottom feeder like you being in the scene.
Well then, the groom's sister will be leaving. I'm going to say a few last words to the bride and groom.
What? The groom's sister?
Will you excuse me now?
Wait a minute. Please explain what's going on. If you're the groom's sister, you don't mean that you're the sister of the president of our company, do you?
I think that's exactly right. The previous president was my father, and the current president, Kevin, is my brother. That's why my table is at the groom's family.
What?
But I can't attend the ceremony in this spoiled dress, and you're insisting me to leave. I'm going to miss the wedding, but I'm going to leave like you asked.
Oh no, wait! This is all a joke, right? It's just one of those impromptu jokes you just came up with, right? I mean, a contract worker is a sister of our president? This is impossible.
If you don't believe me, why don't you ask other employees? Almost everyone in the company knows about this. You're the only one who's been so carefree about it and didn't know.
Huh? You're kidding. You all knew about this? And yet you didn't tell me a single word?
I told everyone not to say anything about it. I appreciate everyone all minding their own business.
What?
I didn't want to brag nor to be treated differently just because my family owns the company. They all understood my feelings.
Wait a minute. Why are you a contract worker while your family runs the company? You are the daughter of the previous president and sister of the current president, right? Isn't it normal that you have some sort of title?
In case you're wondering, I was the general manager before you joined the company. But my father, the previous president, has been in poor health for the past few years. He's usually okay, but I have to accompany him to the hospital, and there's increasing chances that he has to get hospitalized suddenly. So I chose to be a contract worker so that I could have more flexibility with my schedule.
I didn't know.
At first, everyone seemed to have had a hard time dealing with me shifting to a contract worker from the general manager position. But it's surprisingly well received by those who work shorter hours and contract workers due to family reasons. They all say that it's become easier for them to request days off, and some even said that they don't feel intimidated anymore being in the contract worker position. I think I'm quite appreciated being the pillar of the contract workers.
Come to think of it, you're often hanging out with other contract workers. I thought you guys were just consoling each other.
What do we have to console each other about? Contract workers are also fine employees who support our company. Whether they choose to be full-time employees or flexible contract workers is up to them. You have no right to be making condescending comments on them. And of course, you have no right to intentionally pour red wine on me.
Oh no, that's...
Well then, I'll leave you to it. I hope you have a wonderful time at the wedding party. Sis, the wedding venue said they'll lend you a replacement dress, so you don't have to leave. Come back now. We can still make it for the ceremony. Thanks, Kevin. But it seems some particular person doesn't like me being here, so I'm going home anyway. I turned away that female employee, so there's no one who doesn't approve of you, sis. Don't worry about it and just come back to the wedding. What? You turned Rachel away? Hell yeah, I did. She poured red wine all over the groom's sister, the president's sister, intentionally. I saw her evil intentions with my own eyes. Oh wow, you did see everything. I also heard from other employees. She's the one who's been forcing you to work overtime lately. I heard she pushed all of her work on you to take care of. Why didn't you tell me? I was hoping maybe one day she'd figure it out on her own. But I knew she won't be sorry even if she finds out I'm the boss's sister. She'll just immediately target other contractors. So I thought I'd just be a shield for now. You don't have to do that. What that woman did is unforgivable to me. As the boss and as your brother, I'll think of a way to get rid of her as soon as the ceremony's over. You should conduct as a business manager. It's not a good idea to mix public and private matters. I know that. But right now, I'm asking you as your brother. I'm begging you, please come back to the ceremony. I'll miss the ceremony without you. And you're the only one who can stop Dad. What? Is he already drinking and making a scene? He wants to be the star of the show. It's becoming a bit of a trouble. He starts to say that he's going to pour wine over himself too. Mom is trying hard to stop him right now. No way! I think he's really angry with that female employee. He said he couldn't let you be the only one to be humiliated. It's just that it's taking a weird turn, as usual. Okay, I'm coming back right now. I'm going to borrow the dress. Then I'll come and try to calm him down. Thank God. So you're really coming back, right? I can't make my brother's wedding any more chaotic than it already is. Well, then I'll be right back, so please have the dress ready in the dressing room.
Please help me, Ashley! I got called into HR as soon as I arrived at work this morning. I have been told I'll be transferred to a regional branch starting next week. And I've been told to work in the front line instead of doing the easy back office work. This is definitely because I wine sprayed you yesterday, isn't it?
I can't say for sure. If you have any questions, you should ask the president directly.
You know I can't do that. There's no way the president would ever talk to me.
But yesterday, the president personally approached you, didn't he? Didn't he tell you to leave right away? In a way, you're not strangers anymore, so maybe he'll listen to you if you go talk to him.
Oh, you don't know how he was like yesterday. I have never seen him so pissed off like that. Also, the previous president was also standing behind him, staring at me with the same rage. Do you have any idea how I ran out of the venue as if I was trying to escape?
I'm sorry, they are bloodthirsty people. But they're actually very nice and family-oriented too.
I'm sure the president decided on my relegation on his own. The decision was made because he was so angry with me. Do you know what kind of branch I will be transferred to? It's rumored to be a tough branch with no female employees and only men.
Wow, it's a nice environment for you with a harem of men. Aren't you looking to meet someone? Then wouldn't it be a rather nice transfer for you?
The kind of man I'm looking for is a high-spec guy living in a high-rise condo in the city. I want to meet someone like that. And yet, I got kicked out of the ceremony yesterday and couldn't exchange contact information with anyone. And now I'm being relegated to the middle of nowhere. It's just awful. So please do something about it, Ashley. Please convince the president to forgive me.
Well,
if you help me, I won't be so cocky anymore. I won't force you to do my work, and if you want, I'll handle the work for you. So please, I beg you. Please help me so that the transfer order will be rescinded.
I'm sorry, Rachel. I'm sure that no matter what I say, Kevin won't do that. I think Kevin is angrier than you think.
What?
I mean, not just the president, but my father, the previous president, as well. Even though he's the previous president, my father still has some say. Rumor says that he yelled at HR to fire you as soon as possible.
No way!
So you should be glad that he didn't at least fire you. And don't worry, my brother's not that heartless. As long as you show positive results, he'll place you back in no time.
Are you kidding me? Show the results? Does that mean he wants me to do the job right? That's impossible. I don't want to work.
You have to work. That's what full-time employees do, to get paid.
I know, but I want to cut back on my work as much as possible. I've been pushing people around so much that I can't do it myself anymore. I just want to get paid the basics as a full-time employee and not have to work hard.
By the way, I heard that the branch office has a different pay scale. If you want to make more, you should work lots of overtime.
What? You're kidding, right? Does that mean I'm going to get paid less than now? I can barely afford the nail salon, facial, and other spa treatments with the current pay.
It's a good opportunity for you to review how you work and how you live your life. Well then, good luck at your new job. I hope to see you back someday as a more decent person. Rachel was soon transferred to the new location. Her new office was indeed full of men, and they were all rather tough-looking. But it seems to be an elite department full of capable and talented people. Rachel was unable to keep up with the speed and ability of those guys. She cries a lot at the office every day. She is so desperate that she even tried to pull her sexual card. She tried to seduce the guys in the office, saying that if they help her with her work, she'll give them something good in return. But everyone simply ignored and reminded her of the Gender Equality Society, and that there will be no spoiling just because she's a woman. They told her that if you have the guts to pour wine on the boss's sister, you can at least do your job. Since then, she has been working hard every day.
Carla, where's my makeup? I swear, Mom told you to buy me that list of stuff I left you. So, the fact that you haven't gone and got it really just shows how stupid you actually are. I mean, I was right there when Mom told you to make sure you got my makeup from the shops because I need it for my photo shoot. There's no excuse for you to not have done it.
Actually, there is. I've been really busy at work and I literally have only just got back from a grueling 10-hour shift. I also have to be up and at my second job in around 4 hours, so I really don't have time to do any chores for you. At all.
Like I said, you have no excuse. Just because you're tired doesn't mean that you can skip out on your chores. I need that makeup, so that means you have to go and get it.
How could you needing makeup be more important than me getting a little bit of sleep before I have to go and get ready for my second job? I work incredibly hard every day to earn a little bit of money, and all I ask is to be able to catch a couple of hours of sleep before moving on to my next job. I don't want to be made to go and get some trivial thing that you want. If you want something, then you need to go and get it yourself.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what I'm going to be doing. I need the perfect makeup tonight so that I can look my best and hottest to impress the guys at the club. I'm going out with my girlfriends tonight, and I really need to be the best looking one there. I especially want to be Tanya. She really annoyed me last week, so I need to upstage her a little bit. So, tell me, how can a silly little bit of sleep be more important than me looking the best I possibly can? This is a really fun evening I've got planned tonight, so you need to stop whatever stupid thing it is that you are doing and go and get my makeup. Make sure you get the peach lipstick and the right colored foundation. It needs to really match my skin tone. It can't be even a shade lighter, otherwise I'll make you take it back. The rest of the stuff is on the list. And be quick! I'm almost finished with my outfit and I don't want to be waiting around forever for my makeup. Oh, and also, whilst you're at it, I need you to do my ironing and clean my room whilst I'm gone.
What? Why do you suddenly need me to clean your room?
Well, duh, it's dirty. That's why you need to clean it.
What?
Well, when people simply live, they always create a lot of mess. You know, dirty laundry, old cups and plates and stuff. Not to mention the fact that there's a bunch of other stuff in there cluttering the space up, and also something really smells. So you're not only going to have to tidy everything up for me, but you're going to need to do a full detox of the room. I mean, hoover, bleach any mold, scrub the carpets of stains, stuff like that.
But that's ridiculous. Drew, there's no way that I have time to do all of that. I mean, cleaning your room to that extent will literally take hours. That's time that I don't have because I need to be at work soon.
Well, that's too bad. You need to clean my room first. Cleaning my room is your first priority. So if you don't get it done, then you can't go to work.
That's so stupid. As if I'm going to miss work just to clean your room. I mean, I could lose my job if I do that. Or at least get written up for being late. It's not going to happen. Besides, you made the mess in your room so you can clean it up.
No, I don't want to do that. I hate tidying, so I'm not going to. Anyway, Mom said that if you were going to live with us, then you needed to do all of the household chores, which includes cleaning my room.
No, it doesn't. I agreed to help out around the house and do the tidying in the main rooms, like the kitchen and the living room and stuff, but I never agreed to clean your room. That wasn't a part of the deal.
Well, the deal's changed. If you want to stay in this house, then you need to earn your keep, which includes tidying my room and doing pretty much whatever I tell you to. LOL.
I have important things to do, Drew. I'm not going to waste my time cleaning your pigsty of a room when you're the one who messed it up in the first place. You're just going to have to deal with it.
Look, you just need to face the facts that I am helping you out here.
Oh yeah? And how are you doing that?
Well, with your skill set and your looks, you're really not going to amount to much. Practicing to be a maid is really the best you can hope for. I'm just giving you the training so that you can get a job.
Hang on. How can you say that? I am incredibly smart, so I know that I can actually do something with my life. Plus, what do you mean I don't have the looks for it? I think I look perfectly fine.
Look, why are you getting so upset? It's only the truth. You weren't blessed with the same good looks that I was. I mean, just look at the jobs that you do. Bartending and janitor work at that college. They're pathetic jobs for a pathetic person. It's the only thing you could do. Because of your less than stellar looks, you just have to use manual labor to get by in life. So, it was like you were destined to be a maid, LOL. Whereas I can get anything I want with just a click of my fingers, simply because of how beautiful I am.
You really think a lot of yourself, don't you?
Why shouldn't I? I'm pretty and I know it. There's nothing wrong with that. You're clearly just jealous that I'm better looking than you, and so I can get by in life easier than you. I mean, who needs hard work when you've got beauty?
Well, you know what they say. Beauty is fleeting.
Not mine. I'll just get whatever work I need to get done as the years go by to maintain my youthful appearance.
And how will you afford that then? Plastic surgery isn't cheap, you know.
Well, duh. I know that. But I don't need to worry because by that point, I'll be rich and famous, so I'll be able to afford all of the surgeries and special treatments I need in order to remain looking young.
You can't be serious.
Of course I am. So hurry up and get what I need already.
I'm just not going to listen to you anymore. I've got work to focus on, and I am not going to be your personal maid or whatever. If you want stuff for tonight, then you need to go and get it yourself. As for your room, well, you're a grown woman, so I think you can handle cleaning up your own mess, don't you?
Well, I don't want to clean it up. And if you don't do what I tell you to, then I'll tell Mom on you.
Jeez, what are you, 9? You're really going to tell Mom on me simply because I won't go to the shop for you? Which is something that you are completely capable of doing by yourself, by the way.
Yes, I will tell her. And she will be super mad at you because she told you to go and get my stuff and you haven't.
I can't deal with you right now, Drew. I need to get my sleep and you're not helping. So I'm going to have my nap before I have to get up to work again. Unlike you.
Fine. If that's how you're going to act, don't say I didn't warn you.
Carla, how dare you act like that to your sister? Carla!
Mom? What's up? I was just having a quick nap before I went to work. Is everything okay?
If your sister tells you to do something, then you need to do it. She told you to go to the shop for her, and yet you haven't. It's ridiculous. You can't just ignore me or your sister when we tell you to do something, you know. If you want to live in my house, then you need to follow my rules, and rule number 1 is that you always do what you are told. Understand?
Oh my god. I can't believe Drew actually told on me to you. How childish can she get?
It's not childish. She told me what you were doing because you wouldn't listen to her. So naturally, the next step is to come to me so that I can get you to do what you're told. As your mother, you have to listen to me.
Not when what you're asking of me is completely ridiculous, I don't.
What? Of course you do. I'm your mother. That means I naturally have control over you.
No one has control over me. I'm a 21-year-old woman who has been taking care of herself for years now. I have 2 jobs that I work for my income, and I am more than old enough to make decisions on my own, and one of those decisions is whether or not I listen to you when you're going on about ridiculous things. Me not going to the shop during some of the only free time I actually have really shouldn't have been made into this massive farce that it has. I mean, I do pretty much all of the chores around the house, and Drew does nothing. Do you know how tiring it is to constantly be working? Any free time that I actually get to myself, I would like to spend it relaxing if I'm able to.
Well, that's just too bad then, isn't it? If your stupid jobs are more important to you than helping out your family, then you need to learn to prioritize properly. I won't let you skip out on your chores. Or are you really that incompetent that you can't actually manage your time properly?
But I don't have time to do all of the house chores and get to my work in time. I need both of my jobs in order to earn the money I do so that I can hopefully move out soon. I mean, you don't want me living with you forever, do you?
Of course I don't. But I also want you to do all of the chores. So you're just going to have to figure something out, aren't you?
With what time? I have literally no time to do all of the housework between my other 2 jobs.
Well, you're just going to have to make time. If you don't do all of the chores in the house, then I'll make sure to come to both of your jobs and create such a scene that you get fired from them. I will then kick you out of my house, and you will have to find your own way from there on out.
Hang on a minute. You wouldn't actually leave me homeless and without my work, would you?
That's what I just said, isn't it?
But you can't do that. You're my mom. You're supposed to help me and encourage me to try and make a life for myself, not threaten me with homelessness.
Well, tough. Those are my terms. Either you do the chores you're given, or you leave my house. You don't pay anything towards it, so this is the way that you can earn your keep.
I pay rent. You know I do. I give you like $300 a month towards rent and bills. Drew is the one who doesn't pay anything. She just lives here rent-free whilst taking up all of your money so that she can go out and buy the things she wants, like clothes and makeup and stuff. She doesn't work, so she literally just drains you of all of your money.
Drew works. She works at the little corner shop down the street.
No, she doesn't. She was fired from there like 3 months ago. She was stealing money from the till, and she would take bottles of alcohol and bring them back home with her. She's lucky the place didn't press charges for the thefts. They had every right to. Instead, they fired her and made her pay back everything she owed them, which I have no clue how she is doing as, like I said, she's not working anywhere at the minute.
Honestly, Carla, for you to come up with such a horrible lie about your sister just to try and make yourself look better is ridiculous. Drew would never steal from anyone. They probably fired her because they were jealous of her or something. She is very pretty. You know how people can get about things like that. I mean, just look at you.
What do you mean, look at you?
Well, you're so jealous of your sister that you're making up lies about her integrity and trying to put her in my bad books. That screams that you're insecure about her and that you're jealous of her. It's kind of pathetic, really.
I'm not jealous of Lucy.
Uh-huh, sure. And I'm guessing that you're also not envious that she doesn't have to work 2 menial jobs just to get by in life, huh? Look, you can keep trying to fool yourself if you want, but you're not fooling me. Anyway, like I said before, if you want to continue living in my house, then you need to do all of the chores that I tell you to do. Got it?
Fine, but it's only because I literally have nowhere else to go at the minute. The minute I'm able to leave, then I will. And I definitely won't be coming back.
Sounds great to me. However, whilst you are still living under my roof, you need to get Drew's things and tidy her room. Also, the dishwasher needs doing. There's a load of laundry that still needs washing, and you need to hoover the entire house, because I think it's feeling a little dirty. I want that all done by tonight.
That's a load of things. I won't be able to do all of that before my shift starts.
Well, that's not my problem. If you can't get it done before work, then you'll just have to do it once you've finished, regardless of how late it is.
You know what? Fine, I'll get it done. But just know that you can't push me around forever. You'll regret this soon.
Keep it up with an attitude like that, and I'll find you a lot more chores to do.
Whatever.
Carla, where are you? You need to manage the dishes and do the shopping for your sister. Don't waste time. Be quick.
I'm done with this.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean that I am no longer going to hang around and let you bully me like you and Drew have been doing for pretty much my entire life. I am not okay with how you are treating me, and I am not going to let it go on for any longer.
And what are you going to do about it, huh? You've got nowhere else to go.
Haven't I?
What? No, you haven't. You said so yourself.
Yeah, that was before I finished getting my college degree. Now that I've done that, I am finally able to move out.
Hang on. College? You never went to college. We never had the money for it.
No, we didn't have the money to send me to college, which is why I came up with a plan with the dean of the local community college. In exchange for free lessons, I worked as the school's janitor, doing all of the cleaning and tidying. It was incredibly difficult and tiring work, but I was willing to do it as it meant that I was getting a higher education, which would help me out in the long run.
But you can't do that. I never said that you could.
I don't care what you have or haven't said. There was no way that I wasn't going to do that work in exchange for lessons. Because of that deal that I made, I've actually been able to finish my degree in business, and I've even invented my own product. I've started my own online company, and it's starting to really take off.
But that's not fair. Besides, even if you have done that, there's no way that you can move out. You still need to live somewhere, so you still have to follow my rules.
Not true, actually.
What?
I've already moved out.
Huh?
I've already packed all of my stuff up, and I've moved into my new home. I got to know one of the girls really well on the course, and so we decided to rent an apartment together after we finished uni. The only reason I didn't do this sooner is because I was trying to save as much money as possible by living at home during college. But now I can finally move out and be happy.
Hang on. You can't just move out like that. You never told me you were going? Also, who's going to do all of the house chores now? This is just unfair.
No. What's unfair is you thinking that you can boss me around and get me to do all of your chores and treat me like a cheap maid. Well, the joke's on you now because I'm gone. I've got my degree and I've moved out. And like I told you before, I'm never coming back. I don't deserve any of the rubbish that you've put me through, and I'm going to make sure that I never have to deal with you again.
But you can't do that. I am your mother. You have to have contact with me. You have to do what I say.
No, actually, I don't. I'm an adult, so I can make my own decisions, including who I want in my life and who I don't want in it. And not so surprisingly, you're one of the people I really don't want in my life. You and Drew. You're both horrible people. I mean, to treat me in such a way that you make me feel worthless? I'm your daughter and you treated me like a maid. I didn't see you doing the same to Drew either. She gets away with everything and you don't care. And yet you treat me like rubbish. Well, not anymore. I'm gone. And I'm not telling you where, and after this, I'm never contacting you again.
Hang on. Surely we could talk about this.
No. You had every chance to talk to me and treat me like an actual daughter, and you chose not to. I'm not hanging around just for you to try and steal all of my money and continue to treat me in such an awful way. Goodbye, Wendy. Please don't message me again, as I won't respond.
Carla, I am your mother. Listen to me now. Carla?
Just like I said, I cut all contact with my mom and Drew after that message. I moved in with my friend, which I am absolutely loving, and focused on getting my online business fully functional and operational. It's really kicked off, and I'm doing brilliantly. My salary has recently gone up as well, meaning that I no longer have to work my 2 jobs in order to afford to live. I seriously can't wait to see how my life is going to go from here on out, and whilst I might not have my family anymore, I know that I'm able to meet new people and make a new family, one that I can choose and who will treat me right. The last I heard about my mom and Drew, the two had a massive falling out. Mom quickly came to realize that she couldn't afford the rent and bills herself, as I had moved out and stopped paying my $200 rent, and she asked Drew to chip in. Of course, Drew refused, and the two ended up arguing before Mom kicked Drew out of the house. Not long after that, though, Mom also lost the house as she couldn't afford the rent any longer. Sometimes, karma is the best revenge in life.